what it needs, what it's learning, what it yearns for. It speaks of its fears and dreams, its hopes and needs. Learn to listen to the souls of others too. Listen not only to the way people chatter and exchange ideas, listen to what they're really saying. My son is 19. He's moved away from home. He talks all the time about wanting to be grown up, wanting his independence. So my husband and I have really tried to give him his freedom, one woman said. Yet recently he had a crisis. I heard for the first time what he was really saying. Don't go too far away. Call me often. Be there for me. Let me know you're there. Let me know you still care. Now I try to call him every day just to tell him I love him and to let him know I'm close by. The crisis he had wasn't the issue. Not really. What he was really saying was he needed us. Go beyond what you hear with your ears. Learn to hear what you're really saying and what others are really saying to you. Souls do talk. Listen quietly. Listen to your own. Learn to hear the voice of others. A little soul talk goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
We're also quiet listening to ourselves.
Beautiful.
That was great. That was great. I think you said a little soul talk goes a long way, and I think the quiet at the end of that was everybody not just listening to ourselves, but listening to, for me at least, all of you listening. Quite wonderful.
Yeah. I feel like listening is one of my things that when was brought to my awareness in yoga teacher training, something like allowing that silence for people. And that's so, like just allowing people to sit in silence. And I know I do this when I teach too. I don't shut up from the time I start teaching till the time I end class. Like I have to forcefully get myself to be quiet. I could talk the whole time I'm teaching. And it doesn't allow for anyone to just listen to themselves. Yeah, that's a good one, a good reminder. I should just reread that all day today.
Every 55 minutes, set the timer and take 3 minutes to read it. Well, call me when you do it. I'll do it too.
I feel like I'm always lit. This is something I work on internally all the time, and I mess up every day. To listen instead of listening to respond. Like I have to learn that I don't have to have the answers. And so I try to come up with ways where I just say, I hear you, period. Like, it's not, I hear you do this, I hear you do that. Because I feel like my whole 20s, I just had to have the answers for everybody. And even up until now, it's still, I still do it. I catch myself doing it all the time. And I'm like, people have to figure it out on their own. Unless someone's specifically asking me for something. But that's why I do love this meditation practice, because you really are just listening to yourself. You're listening to your soul.
Funny, Pam, as you started reading, I was getting several messages popping up on my iPad at the same time, and I was reading those too. And then I could hear you saying, listen. I was like, stop, focus, listen to one thing, stop trying to do 10 things at the same time. Because that's been That's been the pattern for the last few weeks. And you end up having a brain like a sieve, you know, when you start to do that too much. So
Yeah, no one benefits from for
no,
each
that
one benefit.
it's a myth that multitasking is a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There really is not conscious multitasking. I mean, and, you know, neuroscience research shows it really doesn't exist. So if you're doing several things at once, you may be doing several things within the space of one period of time, but you're not doing several things at once. And in fact, if it takes you time to hook back into one of the things you were doing, then in the end, it's going to take you longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in terms of listening, I have to pay props to yoga. I started yoga about 12 years ago. And between my husband, who is a psychotherapist and was born knowing how to listen, I swear, and yoga. So it took me until I was 60 years old to start learning how to listen. So thank you, yoga.
Jackie, I love your dog.
Oh, I just woke up. She wakes up even later than I do. She's the biggest, laziest thing.
Oh my God, look at Kramer. He's in his blanket, cuddled.
Yep.
He's under there.
Oh. Oh.
Yesterday he didn't wake up till 10
Oh.
because it's rainy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. She won't even want to go outside. She has to go outside, but she won't want to.
Yeah, Kramer won't either.
Well, he's in his teens, right? He can hang out with my daughter. She drives me nuts with her 11 a.m.
I love those teenage years of sleeping.
Oh.
I don't remember myself sleeping that much when I was a teenager, but there were 8 kids in a very small house, and so maybe that was why.
Yeah, you probably didn't sleep much.
For my kids, my husband said by 2 p.m. they have to be up, and I said 2 p.m. But he's kinder than I am.
I will say yesterday though, for me this season, we move into this, I can feel it, I felt it yesterday. So after meditation yesterday, I was like feeling great, and I sat down like one of my second day back to work. I don't even know what day it is anymore. So my second day back to work, and I'm September 1st, and I'm going to work out, and I'm texting with Amanda, and I'm texting with this person, and I'm laughing. I was like laughing with Amanda. I'm like, my Vata was like all over the place yesterday. I could not get myself to just focus on one thing. So I got nothing. I was getting nothing done. I felt like I was just like mixing paint around instead of like doing anything.
Yeah.
So, but it was like that idea of listening to myself, and it was like, just pause and like stop one thing at a time. Like, what's the one thing gonna do now? And then I could get that one thing done. And then this one thing I could get done. And then I slowly started. I still feel very unorganized, but it's just that time of year too, I guess, where we just have to be
yesterday
extra mindful of it.
I put coconut oil in my coffee, and that was like the first horror in the morning. I grabbed the coconut oil. I was like, no, not already. It's too early. It's solid. It was completely solid yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. So, Micheline, should we stop breath and then move into meditation? Do you want to do
Yeah, I was just going to tell real quick to Tiana, if you don't know about Ayurveda, that's what we're talking about. There's 3 major doshas. Are you familiar at all with Ayurveda?
No, not at all.
Because we sound like we're talking about, I don't know, like we went to space and came back.
Yeah, I didn't get the coconut oil yet, and salad, what you just said. I didn't understood. Was that something that happened to you because?
It's kind of my sign every fall now that I'm aware of Ayurveda. There's 3 main doshas. They're Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. So Pitta we're coming out of. It's heat. It's the summer season. It's in the season, and it's different. We all have more or less of one. So I'm very Vata Pitta, but when my Vata goes off, I'm a complete mess. I forget. I'm like a walking mess. So we're going into Vata season, and coconut oil in the summer, it's all melted, right? Like it liquefies because of the heat, and the minute the weather changes, it solidifies. So that's like that. Yesterday was the first day, because I've been watching it like a hawk, but yesterday was the first day that it was really, really solid. So in my head, I'm like, no, like there we go, Vata season, it's here. That's it, like it's here. So that's it's more in the fall. It's all what am I looking for? Air, and what's the other word?
Ether.
Ether. So it makes me, because I'm already Vata, and then the season is Vata. If I'm not careful and I do this cleanse and I put coconut oil on myself and like be really mindful to slow down, I'm all over the place. I'll forget everything everywhere. I'll forget my name. So basically that's what, and we'll all be cleansing in a couple of weeks. We make this cleanse. You eat, it's not like you're not eating, but we eat the same thing. It's called khichdi. It's like a soup. I love it. It's just a matter of like for 7 days, you eat nothing but khichdi. And we eliminate caffeine, and that's going to be brutal for me this year because I usually don't have coffee every day. And since quarantine started, I've been having coffee every day.
Oh yeah, I have coffee every single day, 2 cups.
I wanted guidance because I'm not that great with the computer stuff. If I wanted to find out this diet, or if I wanted to do a pre-recorded class, I can find that on the website easily.
I don't know if Amanda is on, but usually Amanda, there she is. Are you doing the cleanse this year?
A recorded one that's like not as expensive as the one I usually do, so people can do it on their own. And yeah, I was definitely planning on. I think everybody needs that this year. Of all the years, everyone could very much benefit from getting more balanced as we move into, cold season and all that. Everyone's been sort of stressed from the coronavirus and all of that. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing an Ayurvedic cleanse this year. And it'll be online. Okay. And you can kind of access it whenever you want to.
Oh, good. I want to try and participate then.
Yeah, it's really great.
I mean, get familiarized first of all and learn about it.
Yeah, we kind of go through like an explanation of Ayurveda in the beginning, so like the basics of it, so it makes sense. And then I teach you the different foods to eat. They're all medicinal foods. They're all very healing for your gut, and your skin starts getting glowy, and your digestion gets better. And it's a nice thing to do for yourself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Talk about listening to your body when you're really hungry or not.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times like you go to eat during the cleanse and you're like, I'm not even hungry. And then you start catching yourself like you're eating out of boredom or stress or something. And you're like, I'm not even hungry. Or learning to stop eating. That's my hardest problem, is learning to stop eating when I'm full.
It also makes you quickly realize how addicted we are to certain stuff. Yeah. Like you think like I eat pretty healthy in general, but then the week I do the cleanse, I'm like, I can't have my little piece of chocolate. Oh, I can't just go open the fridge and have whatever fruit is laying around because I want something sweet and juicy.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move. We'll move into breathwork.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do it. If you don't want to, I'll do it.
No, I'm fine. So let's sit up nice and tall. Just really lengthen to the spine, soften the eyes. The shoulders stack above the hips. And inhaling deeply from the very base of the spine to the crown of the head. Exhaling deeply from the crown of the head to the very, very base of the spine. Inhaling deeply, base of the spine to the crown of the head. Exhaling deeply from the crown of the head to the base of the spine. Taking 4 more rounds of breath just like that. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling deeply. Inhale. As you inhale, see if you can find a little bit more lengthened space. As you exhale, maybe feel or acknowledge any tension. Maybe let the breath start washing that downward and away out of the body. And we'll move into alternate nose breathing. So using the right hand, peace fingers between the eyebrows or close. The right thumb will close the right nostril. The right ring finger will close the left nostril. Taking a full round of breath first, inhaling deeply. Exhaling deeply. And then closing the right nostril with the right thumb, inhaling left. Ring finger closes the left nostril, pause here, hold both. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Close and hold. Exhaling left. Taking a couple more rounds just like that at your own pace. And then when ready, allowing yourself to fully drop in into your meditation. I'll be setting a timer, 20 minutes. Gently start bringing your awareness back to your breath. Taking a deep, deep inhale. Deep, deep exhale. Namaste. And good night, everyone.
Thank you.